Alright everybody, hello, hello. Hope we're all having a lovely day, night, whatever it might be for you guys. It's nighttime for me, as per always. Oh, just took myself a little bit of a mini nap and got a little snack and drink before stream, so doing pretty good. As you can probably tell, we're going to be doing the usual, more Clover Pit, more Gamba. We're not addicted, of course. We can stop whenever we want. But let's go ahead and jump right into that. Should hopefully be all set and ready. Boop. Alright. So, we got pretty far last time. If anyone was around for that, we did get up to, I think it was deadline 15 is what we hit last one. Had to get E22 and we unfortunately only made it up to 21. Get rid of these because nobody cares about these right now. Alright. So, alright. I think, and that's dangerous for everybody. We're going to grab that. Let's go ahead and boop boop. So we're going to try and scale diamonds because it looks like that's what the game's trying to feed us right this second. However, we kind of need to get diamonds for that. Well, thanks, game. I guess lemons are always the move, regardless of what the game tries to feed you on the first round. Does that make sense? Maybe. I'll figure it out someday. Alright. Well, that shop's not doing anything for us. Not a whole lot going on with that. Okay. I think in that case we'll just keep going. Hope the next shop gives us something a little more worthwhile. I was gonna say, can we get some coins, please, and thank you. We love us a good rough run right there. I have one round left to deposit my coins. Yes, about that. No, that's a deadie. Yo, Dongo, welcome in. Is Trapo stuff already going? I forgot to actually ask what time they plan on doing all of that. Nar, not yet? Alright. Well, in that case, it might not be bad timing. I think it's at 2 for... What time is it for you right now, roughly? I'm trying to remember what time zone you are. Oh, okay. Yeah, you're Eastern. Okay, so yeah, in that case, yeah, that's still a whiles away. Yeah, I should definitely be around for that then. I guess it might be Shiny Rock time. Yeah. Yep, Shiny Rock is all we're getting out of that. And Shiny Rock failed me once again. Oh, it's a per run basis with Rock, I swear. Some days I press the button and it gives me everything I need. Other days, well, you're here, you're witnessing it. Rough. I'm gonna do some homework while I have you on in the background. Sounds like a plan. Is it hard homework or just has to be done homework? What's the vibe? We'll keep going. Come on, Rock. Do your job. I mean... Tedious. Yeah, go figure. I swear. Okay. I was having a moment with that one. I was like, come on. No rolls, but right at the end, just 7s out of nowhere. RKO. I'll take that. Alright, let's go ahead and... Do I need any of these right now? I mean, this would actually give us a lot right now, I think. Yeah, we'll grab that just to finish. Alright, that gave us 9 tickets. Spicy, we like that. Okay. What do you want? Okay, we're on doubles value of lemons and cherries, treasures manifest more often, or speculative. We did a really good interest run yesterday, and if I'm being honest, I really don't want to do that too many more times. I feel like that'll get old. Why don't... I mean, we could probably try and just, like, scale lemons to the moon. Try and make that work for a while. Only thing is, doubling the value doesn't really do a whole lot for us anyway. I mean, do we just... I think we might just ball, to be honest. Yeah, it'll put it on rock anyway. Might as well. We'll move out of it eventually. Alright. So we would have to get, like, a lot better chance on those symbols for that to be worth right now. We're not really spending enough tickets for that yet. Chain doesn't seem to do much. Like, I don't know if I'm just not using chains right, but... Phone is so clingy. Dial tone, let's go. Lemons. This might be good right now, just because we're having some difficulties, but I don't think it'll be good for a long while. Pepper's always been somewhat nice to me. Ooh. We could start our ticket econ, like, really early. Yeah. I think that's what we're gonna do. Lemon time. Alright, 14, right? Yes. I think I would have the number per round memorized by now. Alright, come on. And it's not big money, but it's good money. It's gonna start giving me the fruit I don't want. I feel it in my bones. Alright, we got 42 coins out of that, which, not horrible. We do technically have enough to wrap up, but 10, 12, we need 28, would be 6 short. And we always kind of want to go for full spins, so not worth quite yet. We are going to go ahead and get there. We're going to let it rock like that. Come on, man. I have the lemon picture active, and you're still giving me cherries. And suddenly, diamonds. I mean, hey, gave us an extra ticket. I guess I can't complain that much. I can complain a little bit, though. Just a smidge. Alright, that's a good amount. Yeah, no reason that we shouldn't move on, I think. But what do you scale off of? Buying Lucky Charms, that's right. Magically delicious. Alright, got 8 out of that one. That's going to start decaying here soon. Nah. Alright, treasures, diamonds again. Okay, repetition might not be horrible to start having right this minute. Let me look at what you want. Has the base chance to manifest clovers and bells. We will take that because it makes the fruit more common. Okay, and I think, yeah, we are going to grab you just for now. I will refresh once. Meanwhile, 51. Definitely have enough for that. Oh, Pentacle might not be horrible to get right now, actually. I'm somehow already out of room. Hold on. I mean, realistically, this is still good because it's going to give us 3 at the end of deadline before it explodes. But I don't know. Oh, you know what? We can put that in the drawer, take it out before the end of deadline, so that we actually end up using it, but that way we can grab this, which will actually have this. So we actually have some functionality on the board. Alright, I think we're good to move for the moment. There we go. I mean, hey, we had a retrigger on a ticket. I can't be too mad about that, actually. There we go. We're starting to get some value out of this. I actually think we might be able to move deadline, like, pretty much right away on this one. Which is good, because our picture just came back online. Alright. Yeah, in that case... let's finish this out. Alright, 2222. Hourglass just exploded. Fidelity card with ambitious, huh? Jeez. Alright. Ah, why did it have to be the cherries manifest more often? I need the lemons one. I don't think doubling the value... I mean, it does a little bit, but realistically, we want them to pop up more often first before we care about the value. Is it worth re-rolling, though? Because there's no guarantee we'll get it. I don't want to spend too many tickets, either. Yeah, I'm gonna re-roll, just... yeah, I mean, it's not that, but it is functionally really good. So I can't be too mad. Alright, you can come back out. I do get one free reroll. I think that's because of that Boiro right there. Stonks. Alright, yeah, just for the early scaling, I think we grabbed that for right this minute. And I'm at limit now. Yeah, I think the rest of this can stay for right now. I mean, red pepper's probably gonna explode at some point, so... Okay, we're getting some value now. Not as much as I care for, but it's there. That's looking a little better. Don't. I was ready though. I was going to be a little sad, but ultimately I would have just sucked it up a little bit. Alright, so, let me think here. Yeah, we're gonna keep going here. No point in delaying. I don't want you. Okay, but actually though, I think we check phone first. Oh, yeah. Yeah, no. We're definitely gonna need to do that. Okay, you go in the drawer. Grab you, which, what this little lovely thing does, for anyone who doesn't know, is whenever we pick a phone ability, it bans it, but when we discard this after that, it unbans it and triggers it again. So it's basically a free phone ability re-trigger. So, we grab you, which triggers it, and then we throw this away, which does it again. And just like that, they're a little more common. So hey, we win. Alright, now we're definitely grabbing you for more charm space. I'm gonna grab you to recharge the lemon photo. What do I have in you? Yeah, you come back out. Alright. And I think... yeah, we reroll again. Hold on. Ah, if only we had a Bisu right now, we could actually duplicate this too. But I think it's okay. I think we might just go for it. only because we have the dealer that scales off of buying Lucky Charms. Buying some of these right now is actually going to help us out in the long run. How close are you to blowing up? 3? Which... Okay, you do less. So actually, I think I'm going to throw you away and replace you with this. We'll grab an ancient coin for the road. This would go down to 2 after buying it. Yeah, I don't think that's necessarily worth. So we would have to basically use this a couple of times for it to be worth it. I'm going to refresh one more time. None of these are really doing it. I think we might just buy this just in case we have, like, really bad luck for a little bit. But I don't think we'll encounter that issue too much. Alright, 56. Okay. Click the thing. There we go. Has all the chances to get lemons, meanwhile gets everything else. We got a good amount of tickets from it, at the very least. Yeah, I would like to point out, my chance to get lemons right now is at 50.6, and yet somehow the game is giving me the thing that has 9%. There we go. Just point out the lack of logic and the game starts agreeing with you. I think we are about to lose the repetition boyo, right? No, we got 2 rounds on him, actually. Still, pretty close to losing him. I don't think I have a reason not to just get to the level here and to go one more round. Yeah, okay, like I could end this out right now, but I think it's probably safer to have that coin buffer on deck first. Plus these kicking in is undoubtedly going to be helpful. We're already at 42 tickets for the record. And it only goes higher. Alright. Alright, and that's the end of that one. Yes, I know I have 1 round. Alright. Okay, I think we go ahead and move on now. Right? Oh, yeah, there's no other reason, right? Well, actually, we should probably roll a little bit before the cost of re-rolling gets, like, super high. Don't need cherry stuff right now. Oh, token modifier on lemon. Alright, let's see. Something needs to die. Honestly, you have done nothing for us yet, but I'm gonna save you for a second. Okay. Patterns multiplier +1 for every charm with a trait you have equipped. Not gonna lie, this is my first time actually seeing this pop up in the shop. I've had it unlocked for a minute. So that would give us patterns +2, which would help for a little while. And this is about to die anyway. So I think we'll go ahead and take you for now. Okay, but we did just get the thing that scales off interest. What are you sitting at, 66? Yeah. In the long run, we can actually get something that'll do that better. So, stonks. Oh, hello, D4. Nice to see you. Alright, that happened kind of fast. Shoot. What dies for D4? Because D4 really does do a lot for us in the long run. Can't even understate that. You know what? If we're moving out of scaling base value, let's go ahead and kill golden lemon here to take you. Okay. Let's roll a couple more times. Fake coin spotted. We almost have all the things for a good run again. Just gotta figure out what we're moving out of. I think we probably want to keep you for a little bit longer just to be safe. I think that's the move. What do we want to do about you? That's a real question. I think we could probably get away with murdering you now. Having more spins and re-triggers is ultimately going to be really good for us. There's Horseshoe. We're getting all the things that I was not expecting to get right yet. Alright, what are you at? 21% chance? We're about to get some real ticket love time going, I think. Alright, one more time. I just realized there was a thing for free restocks in there. It's okay, everything's fine. Paying attention's optional. As long as you don't read, right? Who needs to read? Alright, I think we may be at the point where rolling's not going to do a whole lot for us. Oh, could get Grandma's purse and like really overclock things for a little bit. Yeah. We'll save you just in case. I'm not going to keep you though. Alright, let's move on. Seems like you have enough coins to meet the noon deadline. Wowee! What if I told you no? Is there a way to skip that question? Genuinely, I don't want it anymore. I don't think there is. I think we just have to deal. Cool. Because, like, if I wanted more memory cards, I'd ask at this point. Sorry to say, though, I don't. Alright, also the reroll cost went down again. Okay, so we're at double's value of lemons and cherries, which, I mean, we're moving into interest at this point, so it's not going to help a whole lot, but it'll at least keep us up on the back end for these early rounds, specifically the next two. Oh, yeah. We moved out of everything that has the traits, so that's not helping us anymore. Okay, we need something else to fill up that spot. Definitely will take that. God, this chain modifier, dude. Waste of a spot. Alright. I do remember this really helping us out last time, so I think for the moment we will take it. Alright, we need to buy one more charm for this dude to be maxed, so let's go ahead and buy you. There we go. Solid. Now let's just go ahead and deposit the rest here. I need 140. I also want to make sure I don't finish this out. Oh god, it's going to make me do math. Anyway. Let's go gambling. Already D4 doing its work. Our tickets are basically back up to where they were a second ago. Ooh, lemon jackpot. There we go. A decent amount of tokens in there, so we should get at least a little money. Not bad. Only problem, though, we're kind of due for one of these. So, I'm waiting. As one little six just pops its head in like, hello, were you talking about me? Yes, I was. How'd you know? Alright. Okay, we're good. We're at 74 tickets. Probably one more round and we won't need to keep Capitalist around. But at least for the moment, I'm keeping him on deck. Okay, so what am I looking for right now? I think at this point, we want... what do we want? What are we looking for? Nuclear button would definitely be a good one, just to make sure that we can get this boyo off as many times as possible. Naughty dealer for the interest scaling. Finding him soon would be optimal so we can max him out quickly. We're done with you. Okay. I think we might hold car battery and just do another one here. That way we can refresh. Well, actually no. Honestly, I think we might just finish this out and just take the free reroll here. Things are going too well. Well, you know what? Fight me. Yeah. I might start looking into whether or not I can like run mods and such for this game, because if there's one that just negates the memory card question, I think that in and of itself would be so helpful. Alright, we found what we were looking for. So it's time for our ticket econ to perish. That's okay. Alright, now you are 5+ patterns during a spin, which in theory we should be able to get with Lemon Picture alone. That's going to help a lot too. We just have the chances of everything else, so yep, 46.4 without Picture in the equation. Good. Okay. Now, let me think here. So we got you. I think at this point, what we're looking for... I just said it too, didn't I? Ah, my brain's not braining. Clicker. Clicker. That's what we need right now. Alright, so that might be a little more difficult to nail down, though. Never mind. Manifesting, clearly. We'll take it. Alright, what are we getting rid of for that, though? What would the gold lemon have done? So, golden lemon, what that does is it gives a 20% chance for it to be a golden symbol in here for lemons. And when you score one of those, it increases the value of the symbol by its base value, which is good early on, but once you start getting into like later rounds, you gotta understand that's only ever increasing it by 2. Because the lemon's base value is 2. So it does not keep up very well after a certain point. If you're going to do a lemon build, from what I can tell, interest is the way to go, because getting token modifiers on lemons, every time you score a lemon, anytime you score a symbol with a token modifier on it, you gain half of your interest, which already that's like almost 4,000 for us. Because we have things that are increasing our interest by a decent amount. But we found Clicker, which, guess what? Repetition modifier really does help with that. Because that means that anytime one of those is in a pattern, it repeats it. Big moners. Now, what are we getting rid of for that? I think coin might be time for you to perish. Goodbye. There we go. Alright. I think everything's mostly online. We're gonna let that go to that. I'm tempted to just do a loop around here, honestly, because it'll give us more tickets as a buffer, and we might actually get something good out of the phone. I think that's important. Yep, we're winning. I can't stop winning. I can't stop winning. Okay. That needs to come in here somehow. That's going to be a really good buffer for a while. What dies for it is the question. No, you do too well. You do too well. Oh, this thing really ramps up as rounds go on, so I think we just kind of gotta... what do we do? Because at this point, there's nothing else that gives us more charm space other than the phone, so we'd have to get really lucky to get anything else in here. Oh, okay. I think I know what we're going to do. We're going to go ahead and pull a little swapperoo. Where'd that go? Where'd that go? Okay. We're going to hold that for a little while. And we're going to hope that the next round gives us a charm space, because, oh my god. Please. The setup from heaven, is that what that's what that would be. Alright, 196. Okay, now keep in mind, right? Interest. Right now, we're making 40,000, which means anytime a token modifier comes up, it's 20,000 per hit on that. So keep that in mind. So we're already making a decent amount. D4 is just doing so much. What does 666 do? Okay, so that unlocks at deadline 3 in each round. And what it does at that point is it will take away all the money you made during that round, not deadline, but just round. Now, if you're doing what the game considers to be extremely well throughout about, I think it's 3 more deadlines after that, it changes to a red 666, which if you get that one, it will take away all of your money regardless of when you got it. We are currently at the red one, so we don't want to see that right now, frankly. Oh, I didn't re-roll into the lemon. That would have been nice. 242,000 though. We'll take that for sure. Yeah, again, to kind of explain what's going on here, right? That's the token, and this is repetition. So let's just say, you know, it hits this one, right? So that means it's giving you the 20,000 that we get from the half interest 3 times. Because there's 2 of these. Pretty good. How do you keep from getting 666s out of a run? Pray. Pray. I have seen absolutely no way to actually just decrease the chance of a 666. Only ever increase or force, which there are synergies that make getting a 666 somewhat beneficial. I am too scared to do those right yet. Because those are... We weren't talking about you to summon you, okay? Get out of here. I'm not even touching that yet. Stop. Squeeze. I mean, we are due for one, don't get me wrong, but, like, I would really appreciate it if it didn't. Alright, grab that. Okay, so as you can probably tell, we're doing pretty good. This setup just kind of goes crazy. Yeah. So what are you at? We're already at luck plus 27 on this. You gotta understand though, it is a 10% trigger randomly, but we also have horseshoe, which makes it a 20% realistically. And that, for some odd reason, just makes it decently common. Percentages in this game confuse me. Just a little bit. Alright, if we want to make a lot more, we could go for car battery. Roll a little bit and hope we get it. We also definitely want to try and game the phone here because we do want that extra space. Oh. Well, I guess we don't need car battery anymore. Okay, so... Oh no, we do, that's right, because of how picture works. If we discard it, it just takes away the current effect. Ah. Well, I mean, we could finish this out, though. Yeah, that's what we're gonna do. Okay, so this is gonna look really weird. Alright, so we're buying this, Virago. Whenever you discard a charm from the table, it bans it. You discard this, it respawns the charm that you discarded. Now, that in and of itself doesn't sound like it'd be that useful until you realize, and this was actually pointed out to me from a Twitch user that we had a few days ago called Zol. When you do this to an item that has a battery charge, it comes back with full battery. So it is effectively the same as a car battery in its use case. And it costs about as much from what you get back from selling the Virago. So, it's not that bad. Right. Yeah, so... Okay, we need that. You're going back in the drawer for a second. Okay, now we're really gonna hope that we get the charm space thingamajig, because that would be very helpful right about now. And it's gonna do the deal pop-up again. Perish. Alright. Suddenly, megaphone. Alright, You're also going in the drawer. And there's a lot of things going in the drawer right now. To explain, megaphone. All abilities that you pick at the telephone trigger one more time. Okay, so we did not get the charm thing. Unfortunate. However, we did get the obsessive trait thing. Which, yes, when we get things like jackpots and stuff like that, this goes absolutely insane. Oh, yeah, no, I think that's just the move, especially because it's about to trigger twice. You're saying roll? You're saying we go for full Gamba here? You sure? I'm willing. Alright. Ah. No. No. Oh, let's go gambling. I mean, realistically, still not as good, but we don't have infinite tickets to play with, so... 61% before picture? That's not bad. I will take that. Alright, Megaphone can go to sleep for a little bit. That can come back out. Alright. Trying to think if there's any other way we can make that happen, but I don't think there is at this point. Yo, free money. Yeah, Fruit Basket might just not happen for a little while, but that's okay. Alright, Dear Diary can also go away, because we need that. Yeah, it's good to have those now for our telephone rounds, because that should help in the long run. Alright, I'm gonna go ahead and game the system here to get some more coins. Alright, How much are we about to make off of this? Almost 2 million. 67.3 with picture on the lemon, so that's not horrible. Oh, coin kicked in too. The good thing about fake coin in particular, while we're getting a lemon jackpot, is it gives you an extra roll with a little bit of extra luck attached to it. So it can actually make rounds go a lot longer than they normally would. Especially if it's triggering multiple times, like now. Man, D4 almost giving me jackpots. Well, you love to see it. Yeah, because with this, right, rerolls all symbols that are not inside a pattern during current spin, and it's a 30% chance. With Horseshoe, it's a 60. And the more common a symbol is, the more common it'll reroll into a jackpot. Of course, we're just getting natural ones right now, so that helps. We're already at 20 million, which is enough to loop a deadline. Alright. 4 more spins still. Coin has really been doing its job. I'm sorry to tell you this, Clover Pit, but that's the wrong symbol. There we go. just gotta remind it sometimes. 12.7% on cherries, by the way. Stop. I know you're right, but stop. We don't want to see it. It can stay away for forever for all I care. But you're right, it always comes right when we really don't want to see it though. It's so good at that. Alright, because of that, we may want to actually have something prepared on the back line for negating a 666. Because there are certain items that you can use that will negate a 666, basically. Yeah, look for an anti-666 item with your bajillion dollar. You right. That's what we're about to do. Just on the back line, I think it's not a horrible idea. Yeah, see, this is sort of what I'm talking about, this item here. Possessed cell phone, it literally grants a 666 on the next spin. Now, again, from the sounds of things, you wouldn't want that, right? But there are also items that just make that so good for you for whatever reason. But it's still just scary to do. Alright, okay, free restocks, thank God. I don't want to spend all the money that I have. What happens when you get a corpse piece with a trait? Does that actually carry over to the thing? I have to wonder. Alright, when you are about to die, you get 2 extra rounds, then discard this charm. Unironically, that is our anti-666. I think that will actually do us a lot more favors. Give me that. Ah, crap, I'm out of drawers. Hold on. There's a problem here. Okay, realistically, we aren't finding the charm space for this. So, that's fine. We don't necessarily need it. It would have been funny to watch, but we have other options. Okay. Okay, there we go. We're back. Okay. Now, Yeah, let's go ahead and do that now. Let's go ahead and pull out the phone-related items. That only has 2 left. We'll have to keep that in mind. Which drawer is it in? This one. Okay, everything's out. You see, we already have enough to loop again. We're not gonna, though. More than likely. Okay, hold on. Reading time. Don't like any of these yet. Yeah, none of these are really doing a whole lot for us, actually. I'm gonna reroll one more time. There we go. That's doing something. Alright, let's go ahead and do the swapperoo again. You in drawer. Not you. You back out. There we go. Okay. So we have the Ankh and the 2 telephone options in there. Yeah, none of these is really going to do a whole lot for us right yet. Yeah, see. So like this, if a 666 is going to trigger, transform it into normal symbols. It is a triggers randomly at 35, but with our horseshoe that becomes a 70% chance. Now that's still not guaranteed though, is the thing. Knowing my luck, it has a way of spectacularly blowing up in my face. So, we are going to probably rely on Ankh at the end if we have to. But, that's what we have that there for. Alright, let's go ahead and deposit what we need to. Okay, see, interest right now is at about $1 mil. Please, please. I already know that I can't, but please. Nah, we got 67.3. That'll be enough. Yeah, my current goal, almost, one away, is to get 144 million in this round. That way I have enough to loop again on the next one. Because our grandma's purse is about to expire pretty shortly, I think. So we'll have to find another one of those, too. Coin's doing its work. Yeah, see, that's kind of why I'm scared to grab Rosary, because, like, you gotta remember, our D4 is on 60%, and while it is going off quite a bit, it's not going off every time. Which, for all we know, that means the one time we'll get a 666, it'd be like, oh, look, you got 30% to spare. It sure would be a shame. Alright, I think we might have hit it there. Nah, not yet. Okay, fair enough. In that case, we won't loop. We'll go. Words. We'll go. Okay. Alright, everybody, it's time for Hot Swap Simulator once again. Alright. Yeah, okay, so we do technically have enough, but I'm not going to risk that right this second. Especially because, again, this dies in a round. Alright, oh! What's in you? Nothing good. Try that again. Dang it. Pain and suffering. Let's go. Yeah, again, I don't want to spend all of my tickets on this, realistically. Trying to think. Do we reroll one more time? I'm thinking about it. I mean, 3 bad rolls in a row, like, the chances are this next one's going to be amazing, right? Nah, okay. Well, in that case, the only one we can pick, realistically, is this one. So what we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and swap everything back out, because having the extra options isn't going to mean a whole lot right this second. Oh, right, because you're still here. Angie. Oh, I realize what that means. You know what, we're late enough that having that book probably doesn't mean much. I can die. Alright, we'll keep you just in case. But, alright, let's see. Put you on. Hold on. There you are. So what we're going to do here is, because we don't actually have to answer this right away, we can play around and come back to it. I think that's what we'll do, is we will play this round using the lemon picture, and then use the phone to refill it. And there's no reason to trigger that one twice, which is why I put the megaphone away, because it's not going to, like, overcharge it. Unfortunately, that is not a function of this game. Okay, there we go. Hi, Six. How you doing? Nice to see you. Be really nice to just have you gone, though. There we go. Right. It is worth noting that the scaling for the score starts getting really, really annoying after this round, though. Okay. Got away from the 6s into a jackpot. Thank God. There were no repetition symbols in it, though. At least now we have 3 of them in here. Alright, we do already have 1.85 bill. We should have 2 bill going into the next one, I think. Which sounds like a lot, right up until you realize that the next deadline is going to want 13 billion. Just a little bit more. Coin just keeps going off, just keeps doing its little thing. Alright, coin's done. Also, Grandma's purse just exploded. Unfortunate, but expected. Alright, let's see. Alright, that gives us our picture back. Alright, now, here's the fun part. We need that back. So here's hoping that it pops up, like, really fast. Or we could do this. Tee. Alright, there we go. In that case, we're gonna go ahead and put you in the drawer long enough to pull you back out and end this. Yeah, realistically, that should make up for the difference. Alright. I mean, again, don't really need any of these right this second. So we'll just take that. Okay. Yeah, see, like, whenever you see a 666, symbols multiplier times 2 until end of round, or luck plus 10 on next spin. Like, there's so many things that technically could make getting it worth it. Also, we're done with you. Do not think the phone matters very much anymore. Alright. Well, we have our setup. Here's hoping it lasts a while. Okay, 462. $71.7 chance on lemons. And an immediate jackpot. Oh, geez, that number. 6, 7. You know, it took me the better part of like a month and a half to finally figure out what in the world that meant. Like, I just did not understand it for the longest. And you know what? Probably my fault because I never keep up with anything sports related, but I was so confused for so long. There's a lot of retriggers in there. I just can't stop winning, honestly. I say that, but you know what's going to happen next round. It's probably when it's going to hit us anyway. No, okay, we're just going to keep doing this over and over again. There's also probably got to be a mod for, like, game speed, because even on 4 times, which is the max for this, jackpots still take a while. At least with Balatro, you can mod it so that basically disable scoring animations, and it's almost always fast. Alright. 77 billion. I think we have enough. Could be wrong. You know, it's likely. Alright, we're already into E13. Ring ring banana phone, hello. It does not matter. Doubling jackpot's value only would matter if we weren't going for interest. But we are. So, doesn't really do much for us. Although, again, I do not know how you would manage to scale these quick enough to keep up with the E deadlines. I just don't think it's possible. The Bible sounds OP as flip. Not exactly. So the problem with it, right, from what I've experienced with trying to use it, is it likes discarding itself a lot. That 50% chance might as well be 0 for me. And then it just throws you another one in next spin. So, like, it sounds good. It sounds amazing. It's never worked for me. I don't like it. Real? Real? Is it? I've never found out. Yeah, I don't trust it. I'm sure it works properly for other people, and I'm happy for them. Alright, so, keep in mind, we are currently making billions, right? Now, E13, the thing to understand, the thing that comes after billions is trillions. That's E12. We need quadrillions. That's E13. So we have more than a little bit of room to make up here. And it will not be good if we start getting things that are in the literal less than 5% chance. Stop it with the clovers. Thank you. Appreciate it. Alright, so we're still not even in trillions yet. Keep that in mind. Basically, what we are doing right now is we are doing the most for this little guy. We need him to start scaling like a lot so that we start consistently getting jackpots later. This first round is basically just building that thing up to start working. Yep, see right here, you'll see we're at E12 now. We need to be in E13. There we go. No re-triggers. Yeah, unfortunately, the repetition modifier really didn't want to show up that time. There we go, we got a couple. Quick reminder, 12.7 on that one. Dang it. One symbol. We love that for us. Also, after a while of doing patterns, the sound will start cutting out. You'll notice that. It's always funny to listen to. Alright. So, now basically the only correct move to make right now is to just deposit basically everything. And now the interest will start scaling in kind. So we're making about 152 billion per token thingy. So we're already making E12 per spin. Why? Why? Quick reminder, that is a 3.4. No, I know why it's happening, and it's because of this little guy. With its luck being so high, even the 3.4s are weirdly common to see right now. So I get it, it's still annoying. Because the thing is it's still worth it because our jackpot rate is also just completely cracked at the moment. Of course, if cherries would stop showing up, that'd be awesome. We have enough to move on anyway, so it's not the end of the world. Just so long as we don't get the, you know... Yeah, also, doing extra rounds to build up coinage is just straight up not an option anymore. Because if we do that and we get a 666 on the last round, we're dead. Is D4 asleep? Yeah, a little bit. Again, 60%, not 100%. It sucks. But we do what we can out here. Alright, let's go ahead and wrap this up. At least we don't get the annoying pop-up anymore. Yeah, phone has kind of lost its usefulness for a while. Also, do you like our reroll cost? For the record, that is septillion. And that's also one less than what we need. Octillion. Scaling, let me tell you. Oh yeah, also here, another 666 benefit item. Doubles the chance of seeing it, but also doubles your symbols, molt, patterns, molt, interest, tickets you earn at the end of every round, and deadline. Yeah. And it's for that reason, and that reason alone, that we might be getting it. Because it doubles interest. It might be worth. That's all I'm saying. Plus, this has 4 rounds left, and once that dies, we're going to need to figure something out. Heck. That's difficult. Because we can't reroll. That's just not an option. Plus, doubling the chance right now is not horrible. There are items that, you know, like this one, that add 3%. Fun fact, we're at 1.5. That would make it 4.5. This only makes it 3. So it's actually not as bad as some of the other items that don't give you jack diddly compared to it. But yeah, I think the ultimate problem right now is that we really can't get rid of anything else here right this second. So we will think about it at the end of the deadline, because chances are we'll only have 1 round left of this, and then we're kind of cooked. So we'll figure it out in between that time. Let's go ahead and begin the game. Also, it's worth noting that Pepper does reset every deadline, so again, first round is just going to be building that boyo back up again. The good thing is, with how often we're getting the upgrade condition for this guy during deadline, we're always at least going to have plus 21 luck at the end of a round. Unless we get that. But we don't even want to think about that right now. Because the sad part about getting a 666, even if all of the other symbols in that all of the other symbols in that spin are, you know, one symbol, you still will not get anything beyond the 666 for that spin. Which, sad, but is what it is, I guess. Alright, we are in E14, by the way, so that could potentially do something for us. Meanwhile, cherries. All things considered, it's not too horrible to be seeing cherries, but it's not amazing either, because the problem with getting cherries over lemons with our setup is that we have bricks, which only adds the chance for the token modifier to lemons. So having cherries means we have a less chance of seeing that, which is not amazing. Also, D4, please wake up. My god. D4 has decided to take a nap. That is fine. We should still be perfectly fine with that. Alright, what are you at? 24. So we got 1 coin spin on that one. So coin also kind of fell asleep. Not amazing. Alright. We have no other option. It's just, we go right back in. Alright, so per thing we're getting 4E12, I think I saw? Or was it 4E13? I'll pay closer attention on this one. Okay, it was 4E13 per dot we're seeing now. Okay, we're in E15 now. Coin is still kind of asleep. D4 is rolling out of bed. Coin has started also rolling out of bed. Alright, come on, D4, do your job. Or just give me diamonds. Sure. At least Coin is making that okay. D4 went back to bed. Dang it. Go away. Oh, seeing the double number always just gives me that little bit of anxiety on the back end. I'm like, is this it? Are we about to hit it? What's happening? Okay, also, before I forget to explain this, because I think this is how this works, I'm going to be testing it really, really fast come the time. That Ankh that we grabbed, when you are about to die, you gain 2 extra rounds. So before it actually kicks in, you will still get the whole countdown to death sequence, and we can still interact with items during that time. So you're going to be seeing me do a hot swap real fast and hoping it works on the 3rd round. So, fingers crossed on that one. I do like whenever it's like a partial 666, D4 is just like, we already know you don't want to look at this. Let me get this off your screen. Alright, we are on E16. We could reroll the shop once if we wanted to. Of course, that's not what we're gonna do, but we could. Alright. Jackpot to end it out, potentially, unless Coin decides that we're not done. Alright, yep, we're out of there. Okay, Lemon Picture's back online, but I don't think we'll be using it yet. Do you ever win and go to endless mode? This game does not have endless mode. This game is endless mode. The only way you actually quote-unquote win Clover Pit is by getting this final key after unlocking all of the drawers between 4 different runs. Yeah, you can't beat the game in 1 run, by the way. You do have to actually get these first. But you have to get all 5 corpse pieces, which you've seen the skull pop up in here every now and again. We get corpse pieces they kind of randomly generate in the drawers, or if you have all your drawers full and you lose or reset a run, they will turn into the corpse pieces. You have to equip all of those with the skull, which, by the way, increases the debt you need to win by a decent margin. And then once you get to a certain point, this will unlock, you grab this, and you leave. That is the only technical win condition of this game. Other than that, you are in endless mode all the time. This will keep going for as long as we can live for, which, so far for me, has been only just beyond this deadline. So if we make it any farther than that, cool. I'm not expecting it, though. Now, yeah, see, we could reroll the shop once. But we're not going to do that. There we go. Alright, here we go. Again, if I do not make it, or 666 completely screws us, you're going to see the quickest hot swap of items you've probably ever seen, and I have no idea if it's going to work or not. But we're hoping. D4, wake up. Alright, that'll work. No re-triggers, though. That's annoying. Only the one from Fruit Basket. It's roughly okay, though, because we are already in E17 at, like, the beginning of the round, so we should be okay. Assuming. Not the right symbol. There we go. But you can see on like the symbols where there are no token things, we're getting like 400 coins. Oh, hold on. Got the Twitch thing to handle real quick, it seems. Try and spell this right the first time. Bro, what? I am logged in. Man. Excuse me for a moment, I'm gonna fight Twitch today. We'll see if I win. Get out of here. There we go. Problem solved. Jeez. Ladies and gentlemen, daily reminder. Buying viewers is not the move. In case you were curious. Right, moving on. For those on YouTube who might be curious, I had one of those lovely viewer bot visitors in my Twitch chat. Had to murder those just real fast. You know how it goes. Alright, so we made it. We're not dead yet. Alright, so now we're up to needing E22, which is like 2 steps above Decillion. I forget exactly what abbreviation that is. But it's not going to be fun. I think it's like... Let me think. It's TDE, I think? Sure. Why not? Again, phone really does not matter worth half a damn right now. Yeah, none of that really matters. At the end of the day, it's basically just hope the machine likes you. That's the point we're at. Okay, we're making E17. Oh, okay, we can also make E18 at this point, if we get super lucky about it. But, again, we are still 4 steps away from where we need to be. So, again, why are we seeing things with this? That's just scary. It's also worth noting that the pepper hasn't had time to scale yet, so it's doing that without any boosts, which it shouldn't be. Like, sure, it's at luck plus 18, but that's not enough to make it do that realistically. I can't think of anything else that would be doing that, so I don't know. It's just having a time, I guess. Again, every single time a 6 shows up, it's just like, no, get out of here. Alright, and there goes Fruit Basket. This is where the fun begins. So we just lost our only non-modifier retrigger. So, that's going to be fun. We're going to grab that for just a little bit more luck boost in exchange, and we're going to hope it rocks. Because if it doesn't, you know. Rerolls into a cherry. Okay, we are making roughly the 19. No, D4 fell asleep. It's really trying it at this point. Alright. Okay, good. I was hoping we would finally get one of these before too long. It really was, though. Like, it took so long to get to this. Alright, it's still not giving us a lot, either, which is still kind of scary. Because again, we have to... Okay, we did just hit E20. We did just hit E20. I think, assuming next round goes well, we should be okay. But the last time I had this set up, it was killed by an unfortunately timed 666 on final round. Which is why I got the Ankh, by the way. Because I'm not letting that happen again. So, here's hoping. Alright. We can't even reroll, by the way. I find that so hilarious. Alright, yeah. Okay, we're making... Okay, E20 per, which means we could just barely get there if we're lucky enough. But it's gonna be close. Oh, come on, man. You couldn't have given me that one. It's fine. There we go. Okay. This should hopefully give us... not quite. It did not push us in the E21. Okay, that's scary. We need as many of these as the game is willing to give us. D4, please. Oh, man. We're pushing it. We're pushing it. Okay. Yeah, I think D4 has fallen asleep on us at the worst possible time. There's no re-triggers in here. Come on, man. Alright. You ready? I'm about to do some real smooth moves. Fingers crossed. Yes. Okay, it does work that way. We're still in it. Okay. With that, we have a very high chance of making it past. Okay. The real rough part comes from the fact that we were saving that for the 666, so that could still hit us a lot harder than I care for. Alright. Well, as it stands right now, we have enough. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Please, tell me more. I'm waiting. Meanwhile, bells. Alright, that pepper's dead. What is with this? Like, can we maybe not? Alright, even outside of jackpots, we're still making a decent amount. But I do not see any way for us to make it past the next deadline. Because if it scales even worse than this one, there's no way we get that scaling in time. I would have been so upset. Final spin of the round and 666 to end it off. I would have been irate. Oh, you know what? It's not even the final one, so I guess I would have been ultimately okay. But we're done here. Okay, so the scaling roughly uniform. It went up 5 more E's, but that's still... I think that might be more than we can actually make happen. Yeah, no, none of these items are going to change anything. This is about as much as we're going to be able to get out of this, realistically. So we're at 69.7 chance without the lemon picture in the equation. Even then, this is gonna be tricky, to say the least. Okay, so I mean, we are making E22, almost E23. But I don't know if it's gonna keep that scaling well enough to save us. That was not a good one. What? Where's all of our luck at? What's going on? There we go. Like, I need to make as much as humanly possible in these first 2 rounds, because otherwise the last one's just gonna be sad. The more that coin goes off, though, the better. So we can get more of those. Let me rephrase, more of those, but without any of the thing that hasn't hit us yet. Which, I want to say, for the record, I am very surprised. Alright. So, we're high E23, almost into E24. Oh, how much scaling does that give us? Okay. Each dot is going to be 5E22. Oh, I do not think that's going to be enough, though, realistically. Unless we literally get, like... Okay, I'm just ignoring that. Unless we get lucky and just keep getting jackpot and coins right after, I don't know if we're going to be able to scale it quick enough. Alright. If we can break into E25, that was an empty spin. Why are we getting empty spins? Game? Be so for real with me right now. With our luck as high as it is, we should not be getting empty spins. The chances of that are astronomically low. Okay, it's fine. Everything's good. We're gonna get low E25. Not exactly what we were aiming for. That's alright. Maybe we'll get lucky and get a coin here? Nope, okay. Oh. So we have to manage 2 more jumps. And our interest is like, it's half an E24. That's a problem. Dang it. I mean, we're not going to see that, so. If only there was any way to possibly restock the store. Because I think that would be... Because we're down a slot right now because the fruit basket exploded. But we don't have anything that's going to matter. Because the thing with bell pepper, right, is it only increases by 2 for every restock done in the deadline. Fun fact, we're not doing that. 20% chance for any bell to have the token modifier, which is better than nothing, but we're still hoping the game will stop giving us those. Diamonds to golden. Golden's not doing anything right now. And whenever you see an eye and no other patterns, straight up not happening. We would have to have eye jar for that to be even a remote possibility. So, let's go gambling, shall we? Honestly, would not have been upset. It's early enough. Alright, yeah, no. We're cookeronied on this one. That was almost a jackpot, and we're only getting low E25. We'll take it. We'll take it. That's okay. We were already losing. Alright, so, for the record though, we made it further than any other run again. We did it. Alright, let's see what a jackpot gives us. It only pushed us an E26. That's a GG. No coins? Then we're done here. Oh no. Yo, wait, I can't reroll. Meanwhile, just random corpse piece. Alright, everybody. 07. Again, though. Progress. That was a really good run. Alright, I am going to go ahead and screenshot that because that is a milestone for us. Yoink. It's fun to watch. it was fun to play for the most part. Man, I don't know how we do better is the problem. Like, yes, I know I'm saving. I use the same file names a lot. Fight me, Windows. Anyway, the problem is I don't know how we do better than this, because interest runs really do seem to be the best way to scale long term, but after a certain point, it's not keeping up either. So I'm wondering, like, where exactly do we get the benefit, you know? It's rough. Because, fun fact, right? So if you know anything about the game called Balatro, which inspired a lot of games like this, Chespin, thank you for the hydrate. Real quick, just going to handle that. All right. Thank you for that. Appreciate you. How are you doing, by the way? But yeah, so at this point, I'm wondering what the move is. Because just natural scaling on the symbols themselves, like base value and whatnot, that seems to cap itself pretty fast. And I don't see how we would be able to get the interest side of things too much higher. But as I was saying about Balatro, there is such thing called nan-inf. So basically, you reach right around ante 32, which is like similar how deadlines work in this game. And at a certain point, it asks you to get a nan-inf score, which, fun fact, you can't. You can, but it doesn't count it as the same score. So you just cannot win. It's basically a soft gate. This game has that too, but it's so far forward, and there's almost no way to get there, from what I can tell. It is deadline number 38. For the record, we just got to deadline 16. We'd have to get 22 more deadlines before we would see what this game considers is infinity. So, we have a lot of improvement that we would need to make, and I'm having difficulty thinking about how. Like, even looking at these cards, I don't know if it would even matter. Because none of these affect income directly, realistically. I already did this one, by the way, so I do have the golden knob. I mean, we could try and do that random 666 run we were just talking about. I have no idea if it'll go well, but we could technically go for it. See how quick we lose. Oh, hold on. For the rest of the run, plus 2% interest at the end of every deadline. You'll earn coins from your interest only when a deadline ends. So the thing is, with an interest run, you're not looking for the interest you get at the end of a round. Realistically, you're looking for what you get from the items. This card might be what makes the difference, actually. Because that percentage in and of itself would, in theory, make that build a lot better. Oof. Okay. I don't want to do another interest build tonight, only because it's repetitive. It really is. But that is something to keep in mind. We might try that out tomorrow, potentially. For the rest of the run, whenever deadline ends, discard all charms and all drawers. No. This one's just really good for just picking a symbol and rolling with it, in my opinion. third deadline onwards, last round of every deadline has at least one 666 guaranteed to show up. That's also one that could just force it, right? Hey Atlas, how you doing? It's been a while. Hope you've been well. As you can see, I am currently deliberating over what I want to do to make my life harder. These cards basically modify runs, so I'm trying to see which one I want to do to make life just so much better for myself, obviously. Now, this one. Repressed emotions, some predefined charms will be banned for the rest of the run. I've never actually done this. I do not know which ones it bans, so I'm going to go ahead and check that out. Alright, let's see. What's banned? Does it lock them? Does it... It's not being very visual about it. Huh? Okay, does it just expect us to scroll through? It did say to check the collection, right? Or, yeah, the terminal. So, why is it not telling me? But how have you been, Atlas? How has it been? I think the last time I talked to you, it was actually on VR chat that one day. Just B Club, I think. It's been a little bit since. Alright, ladies and gentlemen, tell me if I'm being blind, because right now I do not see anything that says that these are banned for this run. Yeah, that was kind of funny, wasn't it? Like, we weren't expecting that at all. I actually haven't really been to Just B Club in a solid minute, really. I think the last time I went was, I don't know, a month ago? Something like that? I do not see... It's only there because one of my friends were in there. That's typically how it goes, yeah. I'm the type of person that usually just ends up joining off of friends for the most part. Okay. I do not see what it's talking about in terms of being able to check the terminal to see which ones are banned. Because from what I can tell, it's not telling me that at all. So, I'm just gonna play the game, and I guess we will find out the hard way. That is slightly annoying, but what else am I supposed to do? Wait a minute. Okay. Alright. I get it now. So, pictures are dead. It do be a gambling game. Goldens are dead. Interest is dead. What? How do you even win? Uh-oh. So I will admit that card, yep, I will stretch. I like the sound of that. I was actually just getting a little stiff myself. Nice. Okay. I don't think I was ready for exactly what this run entails. It completely bans everything that we would actually be able to use for an early game. I was not ready for that. So, I think, for the sake of not blowing up my brain, we're going to wait on that. There was another card I was curious about, though. And I think I'm going to do that one. Where was it? Not you. You. Okay, lemons are dead and diamonds are dead. Well, luckily I never really go for diamonds anyway. Wait, what time is it? Oh. Oh. Oh, it is getting kind of late. Oh. My bad. Okay. Sorry to put some excitement on and then dip, but I did just kind of realize what time it was. I do have some things that I need to get done tonight before an event that comes on later. My bad. My bad. Shoot me. I know. I lose track of time. It is a thing I do. I am sorry. But that being said, thank you for those of you who came in. It has been nice seeing everybody, especially those of you that I have not seen in a really long time. Chespin, I actually think I met you before, a long time ago. So it's nice to see you. And Atlas, it's been a pleasure. Like, honestly, I haven't seen you in so long. Give me a pic for your Abby and I'll draw you up a couple emotes. That depends. Are you going to let me pay you for them? You can't see my eyes move, but I'm giving you the look. We'll talk. We will talk. But as for tonight, I'm going to go ahead and end up Twitch. I'm going to go ahead and find somebody to send you guys to. One of my friends is online playing 2XKO. It's a fighting game, but he is a really good friend of mine. He has been very supportive of me. I've been supportive of him. It's been a really good relationship for us. So his name's Cliff Dog. If you would not mind sticking around long enough to go say hi with me, I would very much appreciate it. Those of you on YouTube, unfortunately, I need 1,000 subscribers on YouTube to be able to do their equivalent of rating, which does tick me off slightly, I will be honest. But we will get there. We will fix it someday, sometime. So, I don't know. Subscribe if you feel so inclined, I guess. But I'm going to go ahead and go. I will see y'all tomorrow, roughly around the same time. Take it easy. I'll see y'all.